Hi, I'm Jenny from the plot, and this is my allotment. Welcome to my lady garden. I don't know if you can see, there's a dude behind me doing something with some kind of digger? Is that a digger? Whatever it is, I really want one. I don't know what he's doing, but I think it's safe to say we might have a little bit of background noise today. Sorry about that. Today, I'm going to do all the onions, just all the onions. And I'm going to start off with these ones. I'm going to sow some of these Else onion seeds for Petra Nouth's Giant Onion Growing Challenge 25-26, which is quite hilarious, really. I have never ever successfully grown an onion from seed before, so to be honest, I'm not going for the win. I'm just, if I manage to grow even a normal size onion from seed, that will be a success in my book. If they're any larger than normal, I will be over the moon. Now, I have left it a little bit later than some other people, mainly because I wanted to watch everybody else's videos and get all the advice before I started. But I think I'm ready to at least have a go. I'm going to do a succession of sowings. So I'm going to sow some today, and then I'm going to sow some at the end of December. Hopefully that way I'll have something that will survive. So the first step, according to Pete, is to sieve my compost. Never done this before. I know I sometimes joke about how disastrous my growing is, but I really do want to learn. I really do want to try. So I'm going to literally do what Pete said in his first sowing video. I'm going to sieve my compost. I'm going to add vermiculite. I'm going to top it with vermiculite. I don't actually know what vermiculite is. I'll have to Google that one. I'm going to sow the seeds. I'm going to water from the bottom. I'm going to really try and make these a success. So wish me luck. Here we go. Now one assumes you just put it in and give it a shake. I think this might take some time, you know. I probably should have done this. Can I push it through? I probably should have done this, not on camera. Oh my Lord, this takes forever. How do you have the patience? Pete, what are you doing to me? I mean, it's coming out like dust. Who does this? Who does this? Pete? Am I doing it right? Oh my God. I think I need a less fine sieve. I mean, it's literally, good Lord. Ah. Right, I've made about enough for about one cell. And we'll just keep going. And I need to tell you anyway about a lovely, lovely visit that I had from Stella last week. She came to the plot. I gave her a little tour of the plot, and I tell you what, it's so wonderful when someone who, you know, a really brilliant gardener whose opinion you respect comes and looks at your plot in real life and says, you're doing all right. You've no idea. I mean, the validation, it made me feel great. Just her coming and looking around and saying, yeah, you're doing well. It was lovely. And then we had a lovely lunch and lots of lovely chats. And it was just joyful to have her here. If you want to see what fun and games Stella and I got up to, you're going to have to watch her channel. I'm sure you already do, but I will link it in the description anyway. Yeah, keep your eyes on Stella's channel. Is it too wet, this? Is that what it is? Is it too damp, this compost? I feel like it's not coming through the holes. I'm sure I had a bigger sieve, like a less fine sieve. It's not doing it. Does my sieve actually have holes in? Oh man. Oh, I feel duty bound now, having said that about how I'm going to take it seriously and really try hard. Now I feel duty bound to keep sieving. What did you do today? Look, I'm going to level with you. I could not continue with the sifting. I think the sieve I've got is too small holes. I think the compost is too damp. And literally it got to the point where I was shaking it and nothing was coming out the bottom, nothing, because the holes were all clogged up. So I've already fallen at the first hurdle. However, what I did was I got some compost out, I spread it out on the tray, and I tried to pick out any chunky bits. And I'm sorry, Pete, I'm sorry. I've already let you down. But that's the best I can do. Okay, vermiculite. Now, I think a couple of handfuls, will that be enough? Let's try that. And I think I have to mix it in. It's really weird, kind of light stuff. Is that too much? Do you think that's too much? What do you think of my mix? Too much? This is a disaster! I'm going to add a bit more compost just to kind of... I can't just sow it in vermiculite, can I? There's a bloody stick. Okay, I may have over vermiculated. But what I'll do, as I say, this is my first go. I'm sowing some now, I'll be sowing some later, and next time I'll just use less if I think it's causing an issue, or if anyone shouts at me in the comments. So let's fill up our little tray. Oh, Pete, I do hope I've done the right thing. I've just left them to soak up some of the water. When the vermiculite changes colour on top, I'll know it's had enough water and I can whip it out and take it home until they germinate. And once they germinate, I'll pop them in my cold frame at home. That's the plan. This is where my onions are going to go. It's currently the dreaded brassica bed. So I think the first thing is I need to take the net and the hoops off and see what we've got. We've got some weeds. We've got an unknown brassica that has just never come to anything and I don't think is going to do anything. We've got the cauliflower that's been harvested. We've got a gorgeous thyme plant that was given to me by my friend Katie, who's actually, I don't know if you saw the video where Sam came and cooked at the plot for me. Katie is Sam's wife, and she gave me some gorgeous plugs of thyme from her garden, and that's one of them. It's done the best. Well, it's survived. And here at the end, believe it or not, this is a Brussels sprout. Stella did not believe me when I told her it was a Brussels sprout. She thought it was some sort of weird cabbage, or because it's very little. But I don't know whether it's the variety or whether it's because it was attacked by flea beetles, but this is it. And I don't know if you can, there are actually one or two teeny tiny Brussels growing on it. So I'm going to leave the strange and unusual Brussels sprout. I'm going to leave the thyme, and I'm thinking that if the Brussels sprout ever comes to anything, it will be long gone by the time I want to plant my Alsace onions. So I'm going to leave that one kind of half of the bed. The rest I'm going to clear to plant my onion sets. So let's get on with that. I think that's pretty much cleared, apart from the Brussels and the thyme. So as I'm going no dig, I'm going to give it a mulch with compost, and then I'm going to plant my onion sets. Where's my Danny Dipper? So I've got radar onions and Griselle shallots. Now, I was showing these to Stella this morning. We had a little chat online, and there's only 6 of them in the packet, and I was really disappointed. But I've got a vague memory that she might have told me that shallots, you plant one and you end up with a bunch. Is that a thing? Or am I just living in some sort of fool's paradise? Am I going to get 6 bunches of shallots for my money, for my £2.99? It just seemed like not very many, whereas you get absolutely loads of these. You get loads of onions. I've got 50. I probably won't get them all in. I think I'm going to put the shallots at one end, at this end, and give them plenty of room in case they do bunch up into you know, clutches, a clutch of shallots. What's a collective noun for shallots? Then I'm going to go with the onions, and once I get to the thyme, I'm going to stop, because that end of the bed is for my giant onions if and when they grow. It is actually now starting to rain. I'm absolutely covered in filth. But the vermiculite has definitely changed colour on top of my seed tray. So I'm assuming that that now means the compost is nice and moist, and I can take it home and see if my Alsace onions germinate. Onions are in, everybody. It's kind of exciting. Let me know what you think of my strange Brussels sprout plant. Will I get any Brussels sprouts ever? Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.